the coast. Tomorrow, intervals of clouds and sun with a couple of brief showers around, high 74 to 78. And for Wednesday, partly sunny, high 77 to 81. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA. Ocala!
All right, 23 minutes before 11 o'clock. Thank you for listening this morning to The Source WOCA. I've been looking forward to this interview since I learned about it from the publicist who connected us with our next guest. And I want to tell you something before I tell you who she is. Most of you probably know that I lost a sister a few years ago, 6 years ago, as a matter of fact now. And it's weird. Every once in a while I'll have a dream, and I had a dream of her recently. And in the dream, she was so real. I mean, so real. And I said to my sister in the dream, how do you do that? How do you, nobody else can come back from the dead like that. How do you, and she just kind of laughed and whatever message she told me, whatever. And I don't remember it being that significant. It was just, she was just there. My parents also who have passed away, I was one day I was just thinking about them, and I was thinking, you know what, if I could talk to them, I don't know what I would say to them. I don't know what I would want to hear from them, but I kind of just wish I could connect. Like when they were alive, I would go over to their house, and it wasn't that I had something important to tell them, nor was I going there for some important information. I was just going there.
Right,
just to be with them and spend some time. And I was saying to you, gosh, I wish that would I wish you could still do that. I wish there was some way, because I believe that we do live after we die. It's just my belief. I don't know that I understand it, and I can't explain it, but I do believe it. Mm-hmm. All right. And the day after I told you that, no, not even the day, the night after I told you that, it was raining, it was pouring, as a matter of fact. I got out of my car. There was a piece of paper in the grass, must have fallen either out of my car or out of something, who knows. I picked it up. It was dark out, so I couldn't see what it was. All I could see was the white rectangle on the grass. Picked it up. When I got into the porch, which was dry, I realized it was an envelope. I opened the envelope, and it was an old Easter card that my mom had sent me. Not that I had never seen it before. I had seen it before. And then I told you about it, and you said to me, well, that was your mom answering your request to just be with her. Mm-hmm. And I was like, whoa, I didn't even think of that. It was weird. Our next guest is Judy A. Diller. She has had some experiences as well that would break your heart. And maybe she's also had a glimpse into what we hope is the truth about life after death. Her book is called Beyond Life. It's described as a fantasy paranormal novel based on Judy's dreams after the death of her oldest son named Charlie, who was only 23 when he died on July 3rd, 2009, from complications of pneumonia. It says here that Judy's younger son named BJ Diller helped write the book as well. And she's talking about the book, but also the importance of family and faith during the holidays. So for so many reasons, I am looking forward to this conversation. Judy Diller. Good morning, Judy.
Good morning.
Where are you? Where are you calling from?
Daphne, Alabama.
Oh, okay. How was your holiday?
It went pretty well on, Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Got up and peeled potatoes and worked a little bit online and watched the parade.
Yeah. So can you tell me a little bit about Charlie? We should start with him.
Charlie was a college student going to Faulkner State College and studying to be a computer geek. And just a normal, tall, kind of like built like a football player, kind of guy. And he could do anything for anybody.
And he got pneumonia.
Yeah, it started out as a sinus infection, and it just progressed into pneumonia, and he was on antibiotics, and it was just so unreal how fast it just progressed.
Really? Was he in the hospital when he died?
Yes.
Were you with him?
Yes.
My goodness. So obviously this must have. I mean, I don't even know what words to say, but obviously this is the worst thing that you can experience. Is this what you just expressed to us? We spoke to a lady a long time ago. Her name was also Judy. Mm-hmm. Her son died from a car accident. He was in his 20s, and she had no dreams about him at all, but other people did, and she wished she did because she felt like a dream would at least make her feel like she was with him. Do you have dreams of Charlie?
Yeah, I have dreams of Charlie living with my mom and dad and my grandparents on a farm. I call it St. John's Court. It was a actual place in my hometown. It was the whole old homestead of the Terrestaggies back in Effingham, Illinois, and it turned into a part of the farm turned into a subdivision, and it was supposed to be named St. John's Court. So I decided to call the farm in the book St. John's Court in honor of my grandfather.
Okay. So when you have dreams about Charlie, you have dreams about other people in your life who are deceased?
Yeah, I dream about my dad a lot, and my mom, and I never met my grandparents, and so I just see shadows of them, in the background when I'm talking to other people in my dreams. I have pictures, I know what they look like, but I never had any connection to them, so they're just shadowy figures.
So are you, forgive me for this question if it sits wrong with you, but are you psychic in other ways?
Well, I've been, since I was 8 years old, I seen my grandmother came and stood by me and my brother Joe in our old childhood home after she passed away, and she just stood there and laughed at us, and I had people call my name that wasn't there. I had objects move and come fly towards me, and when I'm thinking about a certain person, it's just stuff like that.
Wow.
Nothing foreseeing the future or anything. That my little sister has that part.
Oh,
which
really?
I wouldn't want to see what future is.
So,
I'll leave that all to God.
So if I have a dream about somebody who is alive, I never think to myself that I was visiting with them. But if I have a dream about somebody who has died, I always think, wow, I must have been visiting them. I often wonder why I would think that if when somebody's alive and I dream about them, I just dream about them. It's kind of weird that we automatically think we're visiting them when the person has died.
Well, the person that's alive, you can visit them in real life. You can call them up, or go actually to their house and visit, and that's why you don't see it as a visit. You kind of like see, the whatever topic conversation that you may have had or something bothering you about them in real life. You kind of like see it, played off into your dream, or you're trying to figure out something that's going on between you and them. It's played off in a dream, and so it's just something conscious, that's bothering you when you dream about a person that's still alive, and a person that's passed away. You call them as a visit because you can't go actually visit them anymore.
Yeah. Judy, we need to take a little break for the weather, but I want to ask you specifically about the book when we come back. We're just getting to know you, and I think the book is going to be important to tell the audience about. The book is called Beyond Life. We'll find out more about that from Judy Diller, and also find out a little bit about BJ Diller when we come back. This is WOCA.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For today, times of clouds and sunshine. There can be a brief shower at spots, the high 76 to 80. And partly cloudy tonight. There may be a shower along the coast, lows ranging from the upper 50s well inland to about 65 along the coast. Tomorrow, intervals of clouds and sun with a couple of brief showers around, high 74 to 78. And for Wednesday, partly sunny, high 77 to 81. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hi, Danny Warfel here.